Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Theresa here. It is March 3rd, 2016. Um, uh, Thursday morning. It is 11:39 a.m. And yes, I've been up, for a couple hours now. Piddle partner. You know how that goes. You start doing one thing and then you're like, oh, I need to do this. Yeah. It is 46 beautiful degrees out right now. Dina, I hope you're listening because the high today is supposed to be 60. Now, real feel temperature is 35. We got a little bit of a breeze. It is beautiful blue skies out. The low will be 31. Seems like spring is starting to come our way maybe a little bit. It's starting to come our way just as we're getting ready to leave. We'll pass it on the way out and just shake its hand. As you can tell, I'm feeling better. Starting to feel better. Still have a sore throat, but top and bottom starting to feel better. I wasn't running as much as high of a fever last night and stuff as I have been. Been taking Tylenol, been taking my antibiotics, taking my other medication for it, doing what I need to do. And I've been drinking a lot more. I have. I mean, yesterday I had two of these great big mugs full of fluid and stuff. But for now, let's have some coffee. Oh, so good. I've been drinking coffee full-time since about 9th grade, every morning and stuff. Before that, my father would give me occasionally some, as a treat. Mainly it was milk and sugar back then, but yeah. I limit myself. I just have 1 cup a day. Granted, it's a 32-ounce cup, but my doctor didn't have a problem with how much I drink of it. Yesterday I did some looming, of course. What else is new, right? So, I finished this hat. And it may show up orange, but it is that bright pink, neon pink. And then, of course, a palm and my button. And then this is what was left over of the Loops and Thread Charisma Passion, it was called. And, so that's what was left of that. So, I did that one. It is up for sale, but it is not listed yet. So, you have to contact me if you want to get it. And then I am making, I told you guys I was going to make some headbands and stuff. And I am making some infant headbands. They're very cute. I have not embellished these yet. They will have bows on them or flowers on them or something, butterfly, something cute on them. So I've just worked up a couple for now. And then I'm going to sell these in sets of 4 when I do put them on Etsy. And then, if you know anybody interested or not, you can contact me if you want a different color scheme, and I'll tell you what I have. And I'm also going to work up some of the baby cocoons. And then I'm gonna work up with these headbands also some matching booties, some baby booties. And then I'm going to do some headbands for kids. So these are just infants. For kids, and then for the adult size also. Yes, I'm expanding my line some. Make perfect sense to want to do this right in the middle of while we're packing, right? That's me for you. But anyway, I get bored doing the same thing. So, and then after that, I'm going to be doing some different style hats. Because, now it's getting out of stocking cap weather, and it would be more decorative, lighter weight hats. Ladies' hats mainly. There's going to be some kids' ones in there, and of course some baby ones. So, and I'm going to do the booties eventually. I'm going to do not just female, but male, of course, for the booty and the baby cocoon. And then I think I'm going to do a few hats that could be unisex hats for infant, children, and adults. So I'm excited about expanding my line. I'm kind of inspired now. I can see where the Etsy, where I could keep doing that, because you want to keep working in whatever you're working in, but you get very dismayed by the listing fees and everything. Well, Etsy is very affordable stuff. I will be listing some artwork on there. I probably won't do too much artwork until we do get settled again, and then I am going to start doing some painting and drawing. Well, I'm always doing some, but I mean some that I'm actually going to be listing. If I can talk my husband out of not keeping every piece. Then he will be doing some woodworking and some jewelry making. We will be doing some woodworking where I paint them, with different mountain scenes and such. Part of my artwork on there. So we will be doing lots of different things like that. Our dream is to have a small craft business that will be just enough to help with a little bit of extra cost, because we do have this retirement coming in, and if we could do that, that would be super. We are still playing with the idea of, once we get our land and we get settled stuff, getting a few alpaca and doing some yarn and stuff, some spinning, and looking into that. That's way in the future. But anyway, so that's what I'm having fun making right now, is that. Let me turn my fan on. It's kind of hot right now. So today, and then I did do some housework yesterday. I sat here for the longest time and let my body just kind of rest. And, I kept having to get up and run to the restroom, Lasix and an infection and stuff do that. But, then, after a while, I'm looking in my front room, just, I have yarn little bits all over, and then, when you have dogs and cats and stuff, and I'm like, I gotta vacuum. I just can't I couldn't take how messy the front room was and stuff, and so I vacuumed and dusted, and I did clean the bathroom. I like to dust and vacuum at least twice a week. Especially because my husband likes to lay on the floor at night because he stretches out his back that way. And I don't want him laying on a dirty carpet. So, anyway, I made myself get up and do that because I did not feel like it and I was aching. I'm like, the activity will do you good. And it does. And, it helps throw some of the water off your legs and your feet. And, it's just good to get up and get moving. So, I did that and kind of broke that fever. And then when my husband got off work, he came home and he needed to go run and pay our electric bill. So I went with him. And when the weather is nicer like this, I really do want to get out more. And then we stopped and we did get some Chinese for dinner. Tonight we are going to have leftovers of chicken and macaroni salad. I'm going to pack today. I'm going to get into the art studio and my goal is to pack up at least half of it. And then I'm going to start some apple dehydrating. I told you I bought some more marked down apples. I'm going to sit there and and get those ready and start them dehydrating. And I will be looming, and we're doing some looming. These are fun. These are fun to do. This stitching, if you see it here, is an E-wrap and then a purl. And then you keep going back and forth. And then I learned a new cast-off stitch, which I'm really digging on right around here, which is really a nice cast-off stitch, which I'm really, really enjoying. And then this part here where you see where it's stuff, that's where I'm going to be putting the embellishment, so none of that will show. But, you know, I'm really enjoying doing these, something a little different. This is a great way to use up scrap yarn, you know, and this is a great way to, say you know somebody who is having a baby and they've done the gender and it's going to be a girl, you know, and a lot of us aren't sitting there with a lot of money, and if you know a lot of people, it can really drain you pretty fast, you know, even going and buying baby gifts for, let's say, 10 different people. You can sit and make, you know, 4, 6, a dozen of all different colors and stuff, you know, that will, you know, they can match with whatever little outfit. Or you sit there and do baby booties, you know, unisex ones if they aren't revealing the gender, or they aren't doing the gender themselves until birth. You know, it's an inexpensive way. You can make diaper covers, blankets, of course. Baby cocoons are really cute. Different stuff like that. Anyway, I get excited about new stuff. You know me. My husband always calls me the craft queen, and I'm so happy that I've met other people like Dina and stuff who've always been involved in different crafts and stuff too. I always thought I was such a weirdo till I met my crafting community. What else? Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about a little bit today is real fast. My blood sugar is holding really well right now. It was 117 this morning. This shit is 106. I forgot to weigh in on March 1st. I usually weigh in on the 1st and the 15th. I weighed in this morning, and my weight is holding right where it was, which I'm happy about with the emotional eating that I have been doing lately. I was very worried, but I'd actually dropped another pound. So I'll take that for now. It'll start going back down here, you know, and I haven't been being very careful. Like I said, I've been eating some stuff I know that I really shouldn't, so need to get on the bandwagon. That's why I make myself every 2 weeks weigh in, even if I don't want to, because it makes me accountable. It's just like doing my blood sugar every morning. It makes me accountable to what I'm doing. I can't just put the blinders on and pretend like I'm not doing anything. You know. What I wanted to talk about is never stop dreaming, no matter how old you are. Don't ever stop trying to achieve your dreams. I don't care if everybody around you is telling you your dream is stupid, that it will never happen, that, you know, it's just asinine. To dare to dream is to dare to live, to me. Why stop trying to achieve dreams, lifelong dreams? My husband and I realistically have been talking about moving since the year 2000. So here it is 16 years later, and we're doing it. You know, we never gave up on that dream. At points in time, we thought we were just going to stay here and stuff. But it's always been a dream of ours. And, you know, then it would resurface every 6 months or so again, and we would reevaluate. But, you know, whatever your dream is, maybe your dream is a small one of buying a certain car that you've always dreamed of having. Okay, that's not a small one, as much as vehicles cost. or restoring a vehicle, or maybe having remodeling your kitchen, or just buying a new bed, or taking that trip that you've always wanted to. Don't be afraid to go ahead and do that, because like that, okay, my husband and I do like to travel. Because what we like is, to experience life. I mean, as an artist, to be able to see, I've got to see and experience new things in order for my imagination to keep growing. And also, even if it's a trip where you really didn't enjoy it, maybe, then you're very grateful when you get back home. It makes you very appreciative of the home you have, or the life you have, or where you live. Sure, we're scared with moving. Not so much now. But we would rather take this chance than to always sit here and wonder. Wonder. It's just like my husband was being a car salesman. We were talking about that. And I said, this has been a really big experience for you. And if you hadn't done it, you would always wonder. Because he's wanted to do this for years. Now he's done it and he's done. Okay, did that. I'm done. Next. Don't be afraid to try. There's no failure with if you don't succeed. The only failure is if you don't try. Take that trip you wanted to take. Do that, try that career you wanted to try, or, taking those classes you wanted to take, or trying this new, new craft or new hobby, or new style, or whatever. I mean, don't settle. That's one thing my husband said he's always loved about me, is I'm always excited about life, and wanting to try new things and experience new things and stuff like that. You guys see, I've made a lot of hats and stuff, but now that I'm trying to make a small career, nothing serious, because you can only knit so fast, and I always want to have my hands, directly, where I'm doing it, just like when I had the candle business. And the sewing business, and for a while I had a ceramic business where I painted and sold those. I mean, I've done a toe painting, a lot of different stuff. I always like to keep my hands right, where I'm actually doing it all. But now that we've decided that we're gonna, we're trying to do that, it's like, well, I don't want to make just stocking caps and just scarves. I want to make, different types of hats, which I've been wanting to do for a long time anyway. Because I myself will only wear a stocking cap in the wintertime. I won't wear it, all the time around or anything. But I do like to wear other hats. So, of course, I want to, do some. I'm going to be doing some with visors, some slouchy beanie with visors. I'm going to be doing some newsboy hats, some different kinds of cute hats like that. But, I get excited and very exuberant about, making things and expressing myself and trying new things. I mean, try new things. Life is an adventure, Never quit learning, never quit trying. I'm the type of person that, one of the things is if we do live near a college, I probably will take some classes again because I love going to college. I love learning. I would probably go to college forever. I just, and now it would just be to take a class here or there just because I enjoy being around young people and I enjoy learning and the challenge of it. So don't quit dreaming. Don't think that you're too old to achieve or to change your life. The only thing stopping you from changing your life is you, no matter what disability you have. What you have to overcome. The only thing stopping you from changing your life is you. I mean, you may think that there is just no way that it's going to happen. You keep trying and you keep praying on it and you do everything you can and then you pray on it and you turn it over to God and you have a positive attitude, you will be amazed at the things that will come your way and the blessings and just the positive attitude, and maybe what you're trying to achieve, God says isn't what you should be doing, but He will show you the path that He wants you on there. But I really believe that we as humans can overcome so much. Like I said, I've had doctors tell me that, a couple of years ago they wanted to put me on full-time oxygen. And I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. And I agreed to do the nocturnal. But I worked myself really hard until I got off it again. 2 years ago, I could not walk through even dollar store. I could not hardly walk through my house. I remember sitting there, trying to hold it when I had to go to the bathroom because it just seemed like such a long trek, and it's not, to go down the hall to the bathroom and stuff because I just couldn't walk. I couldn't stand up even. But slowly, 1 or 2 steps more a day. I'm not running any marathons. And I still have my days where, it's very hard to walk and stuff. But at least now I'm able to walk through the dollar store. At least I'm able to walk around my home, on most days and stuff. So anyway, don't give up. Don't give up. It's not over until we take our last breath. It really isn't, guys. And even if you're disabled and you can't walk and you know that you're never going to get part of that back, there's other things you can do as long as you're still drawing breath and as long as you still have this all up here, you're good to go. There's so many things you can do sitting down and stuff. You're good to go. Anyway, love you guys. And I cherish your friendship. And I hope you're all doing well. And I hope that my little pep talk helped. Never give up, never give up, never give up. And keep smiling. Okay? It's a beautiful world out there. Let's experience it. And I think you're awesome. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.